a small street in Castro Valley say they're facing a big problem, one that's getting larger and louder all the time. They called KTVU to investigate a growing rooster farm, and as Eric Rasmussen shows us in tonight's special report, they fear it's a danger to the birds and the people who live near them.
Even from a distance.
It's non-stop.
Neighbors can't avoid the sound.
Yeah, there's a lot of roosters crowing.
They're not showing their faces, but people who live next to this sprawling complex of rooster pens on Sunnyslope Avenue in Castro Valley say the noise isn't the only reason they're speaking up.
I haven't seen anything that would give me evidence, but, 300 roosters would lead me to believe they're fighting them somewhere.
Last March, an animal control officer with Alameda County here in Dublin sent out this letter to neighbors that Jose Nunez had applied for a permit to have 300 roosters. But even though many people who live on this street voice their opposition, they say nothing's been done about the operation that continues to grow. A source close to the operation says there are now between 400 and 500 roosters here, and that the property owner makes $5,000 a month renting space to the birds' owners. Hi, Mr. Nunez. This is Eric Rasmussen with KTVU Channel 2. Despite several attempts, we couldn't reach Nunez to ask him about it.
Is Jose here?
No.
Mr. Nunez?
No.
This woman, who says she rents the house on the property, gave us part of the story.
He rents out to people.
To people.
Yeah.
Okay.
They keep roosters here.
Are those roosters used for fighting?
No.
She says they're all just for show, but after viewing a satellite image of the property, longtime Humane Society investigator and cockfighting expert Eric Sackage isn't convinced.
This is all consistent with what we would term a cockfighting operation.
We did inspect the property and found that they do have more animals than is currently allowed.
J.D. Nelson with the Alameda County Sheriff's Office says the owner's application to have more than the allowed 75 roosters is still on hold, but there is no evidence the birds are actually fighting on the property.
Is there any question that that's what they're keeping them for?
Well, I've been in this line of work a little while, and I've been on the wrong end of assumptions. So we always try to get proof because in our business it's about proof.
The birds themselves are illegal to possess if you possess them in California with the intent that they be used in any exhibition of fighting.
Is that tough to prove sometimes?
Well, for some agencies, they think it's tough to prove. It isn't. There are a lot of things that we look at to make an intent case.
Beyond the inhumane treatment of the animals, experts say cockfighting operations are magnets for other crimes and disease. Neighbors say the operation here means more traffic than their small road can handle, threatening property values and their safety.
It's very frustrating. We're taxpayers. We pay a lot of money on our taxes to not have this element in our neighborhood.
In Castro Valley, Eric Rasmussen, KTVU Channel 2 News.
And we post all of our special reports at ktvu.com. Just look for the tab on the front page.
And Sacramento.